So if you're just here to learn how much I made my first 2 days, I'm just going to tell you right off the bat. Day one, I made $53.86 minus some fees. So that was $36.80. The fees were for the bag that they gave me. And my second day, I made $174, it says, but in actuality, that $100 was the trip, the huge bonus you get for completing 10 trips in your first week, plus some other things. So I worked it out, and in actuality, my first day I was online for a total of 9 hours and 15 minutes, and that worked out to about $6 an hour. And my second day I was online for 5 hours 49 minutes. That came up to about $13.50 per hour. So a couple of qualifiers for that is that number one, there's that $100 spike that you get after your first week. And I came to find out later that I picked the worst 2 days to make my first 2 days as an UberRUSH bike delivery person, because the first day that I worked was a Saturday, and I ran into a more experienced messenger with UberRUSH a couple days later, and he told me that Saturdays are the worst day. And the second day I worked was a holiday. It was Memorial Day last week, and I came to learn also that holidays, kind of for the same reason, are pretty bad. But that actually turned out to be better than the Saturday, I think, because there was a pretty bad forecast for rain, which turned out to not be so bad. So if that's what you wanted to know how much I made, you've got your information. One other thing to know, though, is that at the time of this recording, that information is already obsolete, because those payments, they worked under Uber's old incentive system, where it was $3 per initial trip to the customer plus an extra $2.50 per mile. Uber takes 80% of that, and then afterwards, depending on the time of day that you do delivery, they'll give you either a $3 or a $5 bonus. So, sorry, this is my little dog sneezing over here. Diet Pepper. So they changed that now, though. A couple of days ago, they sent everybody, all the UberRUSH messengers, a message saying that the old $3 and $5 thing has changed, and now instead of that, it's going to be a flat 33% extra that they'll give you per trip. And the way that they sell that is that you'll get a bigger incentive, you get a bigger payout from them for longer deliveries, which sounds nice on paper, but for me, thinking about it and looking at the deliveries that I did those 2 days, and doing the calculations of how much I would have made with this new 33% system, it's a straight up pay cut, because you're not going to usually do deliveries or runs where you're traveling enough miles for that 33% to surpass the old $5 that you would have got if you had made a delivery early in the morning, or even the $3. So it's a pay cut straight up. So that's it. If you want to know how much I made, if you're gonna take off, just do me a favor and leave the video a like. I'd appreciate it. Now, if you're gonna stick around, the other things that I'm gonna talk about in the video is I'm gonna talk about a little bit of the onboarding, what my onboarding experience was like, the gear that they give you, and just a couple of anecdotes about things that I picked up on the first couple days. Okay, so the onboarding process, you need to go to their website and you apply to be a messenger. You have to give them all your information, including your social security number, because they have to do a background check on you. The background check for me took about a week. It was Sunday that I applied, and by Monday of the following week, so 8 days later, they emailed me, or not emailed me actually, sorry, they text messaged me saying that, congratulations, or sorry, not congratulations, don't miss out on your chance, to partner with UberRUSH, and there's an onboarding session tomorrow. So that Monday, they sent me a text message for an onboarding session. The very next day, at their location in New York City, down on the Lower West Side. They also gave me an option to do an online onboarding session, which I didn't do. What I came to find out actually is the onboarding session, it basically just consists of watching a 20-minute YouTube video. Like literally, that's it. And when I went in for that onboarding session, I had actually already watched the video myself because someone had uploaded it. I tried to find it afterwards. It's no longer there. I think Uber probably did a copyright takedown notice on that video. But it was literally that exact same video. Like in the office, they put up the projector screen and they bring up youtube.com. I guess they have a private video on their own account, and they show everyone the video. And during the course of that video, everyone got text messages to their phone saying, congratulations, you've been, your account has been activated, and then they give you instructions on how to download the partner app, which I guess actually I can show you right now on my phone. So this is the regular Uber icon right down here, and then Uber Partner is there in the middle. It's a red icon. You can download the Uber Partner app yourself. You can just Google the directions of where to get it, but if you don't have an activated account where you can sign in, it doesn't mean anything for you. So when you're actually there, like the onboarding session and the video that you're watching, it gives you just some general rules and guidelines of how to use the app and how things work. And they just kept repeating certain things that they wanted to hammer in. And the main thing that they kept repeating was accept every ride. Like that you need to, whenever you get a ping from the app, like a request comes in for you to go someplace and do a pickup and a delivery, that they want you to basically accept it every single time. And if your acceptance rate for rides dips below 85%, then you become in danger of being deactivated. So that was one thing that kept coming up over and over again. And the other thing that they also mentioned, that they said, like, this is an automatic grounds for you to be completely removed from the program. And that was that if you do any deliveries by car, you're done. And so in New York City, if you use UberRUSH and you do a delivery by a car, they don't like that, and they'll get rid of you. There was no real question and answer session afterwards too. They asked, like, does anybody have any questions? And everyone was like, no. And then they just, brought us out. They gave everybody our chargers and people who wanted the bags, and that was it. And also, actually, one thing that I thought was funny while I was there, when we were doing, at the end of the video, because this woman from Uber, she came in, she turned the video on, and she walks out. At the end, when she comes in and she announces to everyone that you've all been activated, she said that 2 people in the room had already done the onboarding process themselves at home from their computer. So I'm like, so why the fuck are they in the room, doing this onboarding session here and watching this video? It seemed a little silly. Okay, so required gear, the gear that they give you. This right here is the little USB battery pack that they give you. It is an easy AAC. So you've got 2 USB ports there in the front, so you can charge 2 devices at the same time. This little button right here is what you will press to start it. If you push the button twice, it actually turns on a little flashlight there. And then here at the side, you've got the mini USB that you will use to charge this charger. And when you push the button here, you have a little 4 light indicator there showing you how much charge the battery charger has. So if you're actually looking for this charger on Amazon, you can find it here. I'm pretty sure this is the exact same one. It's going for $17.99 free shipping. You got pictures there and everything. And the reviews for it are really, really good. So this is not like something where you had required gear to do a job for a company and they give you some little bullshit item that is going to break and you're going to want to replace it. This thing is legit. This is really good. This is solid. This is the kind of charger that you'd want to get for yourself, for your own personal use. And on that note, when I got it, I actually kind of recognized it because this is a solar charger that I have that is from, I think it's from the same company, isn't it? Look at the back here. I'm pretty sure this is the same company. I mean, it looks the same way. It has the same color scheme. It's instead of EasyAC, it's Power Add ADD. This one is solar powered, but otherwise it's got the exact same functionality and features. The Uber one, I haven't really put completely through its paces yet in terms of just constant use and usage and everything. This one, though, I did the Bike the Branches ride for Brooklyn. It's this like kind of like a messenger thing, almost like a race, where you go around to all the different public libraries. You get a little passport book, and they stamp it for everyone you go to. So for that ride, I was listening to music. I had Google Maps giving me directions because I don't know Brooklyn and where all those libraries are. And I also had Strava, tracking my progress and counting my calories and everything. And that ride was 7 hours, and my phone, I have an iPhone 6 Plus, got down to about 10%, and then I turned this thing on, and I had it charging the whole time from a bag on my bike. And 5 hours later, this thing still had one little light left on it, so it still had about 25% power left, and it brought my phone up to 100%, never dipped below that, so it was pretty good. All right, the other thing that they give you, and this is optional, so they say that in order to do your deliveries, you're supposed to have an insulated bag for food, so the the food doesn't get too cold or too hot, depending on what it is. So they tell you either you can get your own insulated bag, or you can get this insulated bag that will provide for you at a 22% um, deposit. Like, I don't know if anybody's actually going to go back there and give up, their worn out bag and say, hey, give me my 22 bucks back. But that bag comes from this site. It's got the labels on it. I'll show you my bag in a second. Packer, and it's pretty much, if you load up this website, Pack, and then IR, on the right hand side, you've got this bag right here, and this is the bag. It's pretty big and unwieldy. They're charging $69 for it on their website. I've got mixed feelings about it. Overall, I guess I'd say, I'm okay with it. I can live with it. But yeah, so it's pretty big. It's got two pockets on the side over here, which it's got a little insulated thing here, but there's nothing on the inside of this inner pocket that's insulated. There's no clamps to seal it, no zipper or anything, so you can fasten it, which kind of sucks. We got some little pockets here at the side, mesh pockets, where you can keep things in. It opens in the front with a zipper, and then on the top of the side, you've got Velcro here that you can use to open it up. And then on the inside, so it's pretty big. It's actually marketed, like on the back of it, it says that it's a pizza delivery box. So in the name of science, I got an entire pizza, ate it with help from other people, and I tried to see if I can get the box inside, and it wouldn't fit. So that's kind of a misnomer for this bag. It's not really a bag that you can fit an entire pizza in. I don't know what I would do if I was working for UberRUSH and somebody actually gave me a pizza deliver. My complaints about this bag is, number one is the straps. So you've got some normal nylon straps here. Ah, there goes the charger. Nylon straps here that you'd have, on any bag. Kind of hard to tell here. So when I set this up, initially it came totally loose, and I put everything through and I adjusted it. It was not staying still with the adjustment. So I'm putting it on, it keeps sliding down. And I think it's because the nylon straps here, they're just too thin. They're not as thick as they are on, a higher quality bag, like, like a North Face bag that I have, or, you might have at home, something like that, where the straps, you adjust it and it's fine. And then if you need to readjust it, you need to make some effort to move it. These things were sliding all over the place. And my first day that I was riding, it actually almost came off. So I had to pull over and sit down and struggle with this thing for a while. And the solution that I ended up coming with is I ended up having to get this thing through twice and actually tying it in a knot. I had to do that on both sides, so that finally fixed it. And then the other downside that I had is, if you have any kind of like real weight in this bag for a long period of time, it's because of the shape and I guess my body height and everything, it was really digging into my lower back. I'm about 6'2", and that second day that I was riding, I had my U-lock and a couple other things in there constantly all day. And by the end of the day, like the weight of that U-lock in that bag wearing against me, like my lower back was feeling really sore. So it's kind of a mixed bag. But if you were wondering, if I'm going in for the onboarding session, should I take this $22, thermal delivery bag, or should I not? I would say yes. Go ahead and get it. I think I call myself maybe a third generation UberRusher, because I know when the program first started, they were giving out Chrome Messenger bags, this Chrome Citizen, which is a pretty expensive messenger bag. They're not doing that anymore. And then Kelsey here on YouTube, who you've probably seen her videos already if you're looking at me. She hasn't really shown her bag, like, or her equipment in detail, at least at the time of making this video. But her bag is not my bag. She has like a roll-up bag. I'm not sure if hers is even insulated. So I think the general trend has been that they just keep getting, cheaper and cheaper in terms of their stuff and bags. Well, I don't know. Hey, that's what you can expect. Okay, so a couple of little points that I wanted to make. Something that I thought was kind of sketchy with this, like the $100 bonus that they give you. So if you go to the UberRUSH website and you're, going to partner up, you'll see like they're advertising everywhere. Hey, get an extra $100 for doing your first week. And that onboarding session that I did, the woman who was running it, I don't know her name, but she said at the end, she said, if you complete 10 trips on your first week, you get an extra $100. Okay, so that was Tuesday of that week. I was at that onboarding session. So my first day, which was that following Saturday, I did 5 trips, and then the following Monday, so by my count, I've got 1 day left. Monday, I did 7 trips, so that brings me over to a dozen trips. And there wasn't any automatic $100 put into my pay statement when I'm looking online. So I emailed them and I asked them, when you say that you have a week to get this extra $100, do you have by the end of that week? So I started Tuesday, so was it that I had until the end of Saturday to do those 10 trips, or did I have until the following Tuesday to do those 10 trips? To me, the intuitive thing is you had until the following Tuesday. And they emailed me back and they said, well, what $100 bonus are you talking about? Do you have an email, that refers to this $100 offer? And immediately I'm getting red flags. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's the $100 that everyone is, that your website was using to entice people to sign up to become a partner with you guys. And, people were talking about it in person. I never gotten a specific email that mentioned it. So I'm immediately thinking, oh man, they're going to be real shady and they're going to fuck me out of this. So I was looking through all the text messages that I got from them, and because it wasn't in any emails. And thankfully, I did have a text message from them. Actually, let me see if I can scroll up here and find this exact message. Oh, yeah, here it is actually. Monday, May 23rd, Uber message, don't miss out on your $100. Complete rush onboarding. Actually, that was the when they told me to RSVP for the onboarding session. So I took a picture, a screenshot of this thing saying, don't miss out on your $100, and I emailed it back to them. And with that screenshot, they replied back and they said, hey, thank you, for including that message. We've gone ahead and we've put an extra $100 into your account. And actually, if you look at my pay statement, it was a little weird. So like that Wednesday, they put the $100 into my account, even though I didn't work that Wednesday. So that Wednesday said that I made $100. But I had to wonder, if I didn't have that screenshot, like if I deleted that text message or if I just didn't think to find it, would they have screwed me out of that $100? And the short answer from looking at what other Uber drivers, Uber partners or employees are saying online is that yes, they would have, because apparently that's the kind of shady shit that Uber does. They're screwing the drivers out of incentives all the time. So, keep your records. Be careful about stuff like that. What else? What else could I say? There's a lot I could probably go on with, like little anecdotes and stuff about my first couple of days, but video is probably getting long enough already, so I'll just stop here. It's actually Saturday, and they just sent me like they don't send out emails to the Uber rushers. They send text messages letting you know of incentives, like when things are busy or when there's going to be rain and we want people to do it. The other day, it was really bad. It was like to the point where they kept sending a message like every hour, and it was a little more like, "Come on, man, get out on the road and do some delivery." Ah, suck yo. But today they're saying that they're anticipating rain between 5 and 10. So if you complete 3 trips between 5 and 10 p.m. tonight, they'll give you an extra $10. Eh, I'm gonna go out just because it's been a while, and I don't know. I'll see how I do. So I'll let you guys know how I did, tonight. In a future video, doing my deliveries, hopefully in the rain, so there's less congestion, from other riders, because a lot of other people I know are going to go home in the rain. I won't. If I don't upload any other videos ever again to YouTube, I probably got my dumbass killed riding in the rain. So go ahead and leave a rest in peace down in the comments below. And that's it for now. If you guys have any questions or anything you'd like me to address, being an UberRusher, go ahead and you can leave them in the comments, and I'll either answer you in comments or maybe answer them in a kind of video. All right, take care. Bye.